Hey everyone, this is Tyler McVicker, and this is not a news channel. Scream Fortress 14 has arrived on October 5th, 2022. Unlike previous Scream Fortresses, since 2019 it did not automatically start on the 1st of October. Instead, we got a sizable update that is probably one of the better Scream Fortresses, in my opinion is one of the best Team Fortress 2 updates that we've gotten since Jungle Inferno, which is now released 5 years ago. It features 6 new maps: Soul Mill, Hell Train, Bonesaw, Crasher, Ghoul Pit, and Spooky Ridge, and unfortunately, Valve screwed it all up in the face of Valve making incredibly simple mistakes, such as compiling Bonesaw under the wrong conditions. Bonesaw is supposed to be a payload race map with 2 payloads to be pushed. However, whomever put it within the build, it was compiled as a standard payload match, which means it's not possible to win, the red team cannot push their payload, and the map is broken, which sucks because it's a beautiful map and was very well done. Crasher takes the cake. Crasher is the coolest thing I've seen in Team Fortress 2 in years, and no matter how much Valve forgot to playtest or even check any of the content in this update, Crasher is the coolest thing. It's a brand new game mode. It's a take on Capture the Flag where one player is a giant. You have to play it to experience it, but it's such a cool experience. We have 22 cosmetics. Okay, fine. One of those cosmetics is just an error model, so Valve didn't check to see if those worked. While playing on Soul Mill, a fairly standard Halloween reskin of Sawmill, the HUD textures aren't right. Valve didn't check that either. Ghoul Pit is missing some textures as well, which isn't the mapper's fault. That's Valve's fault for not shipping the correct materials. Again, they didn't check. And we've got 5 new community-created Halloween restricted items, including a reference to the Chinese knockoff of Team Fortress 2 for mobile. That's incredible. We have 5 new taunts, some of which are bugged. For example, the Shanty Shipmate, a pirate-themed taunt for the Demo Man, sometimes doesn't spawn the pirate ship wheel, and so the Demo Man is standing there turning nothing. The Travel Agent, which is a weird traveling helicopter taunt, sometimes doesn't fully load for people on servers, so it just looks like the spy is floating. We have 25 new unusual effects, 12 for hats, 13 for taunts, and the war paints aren't being applied correctly. We have a new war paint case, which is really cool. We rarely get those, and unfortunately, they're not being placed on the models properly. Something occurred within the system that applies both the wear and the paint, and so everything is coming out looking factory new regardless of its wear, which means the war paint system is also bugged and was not checked. And then of course you've got all that Soul Gargoyle Halloween contracts resetting thing. That's fine. I would love to be able to see them actually try and do something new with the contractor. It was such a crazy thing to implement within Team Fortress 2, and then they have not touched it in terms of new content for years. It's fine, I guess. It's Team Fortress 2. What was interesting is a couple of weeks ago we got another update, a fairly sizable one, on September 26th. It was assumed that this was just like every other update of this year and was done by the contractor, the same contractor who's done a lot of things with Proton and the Source Engine games with getting them up to date for the Steam Deck. No, in fact, this was done by Eric Smith, which means we now have 2 people working on Team Fortress 2, a full-time employee and a contractor. This update wasn't playtested whatsoever, and that speaks to how good some of these maps are. Specifically, Bonesaw and Crasher are amazing. They should just stick in the game always. Specifically Crasher, I want to see more maps use this gameplay type. Valve not testing anything and breaking quite a few systems that previously worked is outweighed by how good Crasher is. Seriously, just go check it out. It is my favorite thing in the game, and I've just been playing Crasher endlessly. Scream Fortress 14. I can't believe Scream Fortress is 14 years old, but it's my favorite update since Jungle Inferno, even though Valve barely tried to put it out in a workable state. I'm Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. Follow my Twitter and my Discord server. I'm at Tyler_MCV on Twitter, and all the links are down in the description below. I hope you're having a good life. Adios.